Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. I, KADEK FERRI WIRAWAN, I will tell storytelling and the title Tangkuban Perahu. One of the famous fairy tale stories in Indonesia, Sangkuriang. These fairy tales and folktales come from West Java. The story is about the son Sangkuriang was feeling love his mother, Dayang Sumi. Dayang Sumi asked Sangkuriang to boil a dam and a large boat. With his supernatural power of Sangkuriang, the large boat almost finished, but he failed. He kicked the boat, and now the boat known as the origin of one of the famous mountains in West Java. The story begins in the jungle of Kingdom of Pajajaran. In this jungle, there was a woman named Dayang Sumi, has begun birth to a son. The boy was handsome. Dayang Sumi named his son Sangkuriang. Time passed, and Sangkuriang became an adult. He was eager and excellent hunter. Situmang, a dog, always accompanied Sangkuriang wherever he went hunting. Sangkuriang always brought the spoil of the hunt back to like food. One day, Sangkuriang spotted a wild pig in the forest. The boar was his grandmother. Celeng-wayang, Situma realized Sangkuriang and he tried to prevent him from shooting the pig. Sangkuriang tripped over Situma, and the boar escaped. It made Sangkuriang angry. Sangkuriang was furious with Situmang, and he decided to kill Situmang instead of the pig. Sangkuriang had not caught any animal that day. He took a knife and cut out Situma, her, and hurried home. He gave his mother the heart to be the cook. Dayang Sumi shocked when she realized that Situmang her was not that of a deer. She took a big wooden spoon. She was angry with Sangkuriang. "Begone, rebellious son. You don't know how to return a kindness. Situma has looked after you since childhood. How dare you kill him and eat his heart?" Dayang Sumi struck Sangkuriang with the spoon again and again. The last blow tore his head. West began to bleed. Sangkuriang fled into the forest. Cradling his bleeding head, he climbed and over the mountain. He scared. He never saw his mother so angry. Sangkuriang despaired as if he had slaughtered by the heart. Nothing heard of him. From the one, Dayang Sumi left alone in the forest. She continued her weaving and meditation. She became a powerful, wise woman, skilled at healing. She helped many villagers who live around the forest. She treated the sick and gave them gifts to her weaving. Her specialty was a mixture of leaves and herbs that keep her young and beautiful. One day, a young man came to her. He asked for treatment. Every day, he came for treatment until his sickness was almost bitter. He began to fall in love with Dayang Sumi. He approached her and said, "Dayang Sumi, you are so beautiful. Will you marry me?" Dayang Sumi was uncomfortable with his dog on her shoulder, but she did not want to hurt his feelings. She moved away and said, "But I am too old for you, young man. I am old enough to be your mother. But that's impossible. You are still young and beautiful. Why do you say that you are the same age as my mother? What is your name? And who is your mother?" "I don't know. All I can remember frightened and running away as hard as I could until I passed out. When I came to, a robber was caring to for the wound on my forehead. Later, he adopted me as his son. He passed his supernatural power on to me. But now my adopted father has died, and I left by myself. Let me look at your head. Dang Sumi surprised when she recognized the scar on his head, like a blow made by her big wooden spoon. The young man did not believe that he was her son. Dang Sumi explained that she looked young because of her herbal medicine. Later, she gave him two impossible conditions for marriage. First, she asked him to make a lake by damming the Citarm River. Second, she asked him to boil a LUAR boat for their house, and both of the tasks must complete before cook grow. When the young Sumi realized that Sangkuriang had almost finished his work, she searched for a way to stop him. She took one of her weaving, a LUAR with cloth, and hung it from her weaving platform while praying to the god. Then she asked the villager to set fire to it. The dark sky became as bright as the dawn, and the rooster began to crow. Then Sumi went up to Sangkuriang. Sangkuriang, your time is up. You must give up now. Sangkuriang was furious. Now he would not able to marry the young Sumi, and he had used many his supernatural power, including calling on supernatural being for help. Sangkuriang was so angry that we kicked the almost finished boat with all his might. The boat flew far into the air and landed upside down in one place, in West Java. This legend believed to be the origin of Tangkuban Perahu Mountain. The story of Sangkuriang has carved in relief on the wall of the crater of Tangkuban Perahu. Om Santi 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 Om. Assalamualaikum.